I won't deny it, I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna fuck with me. Got the police busting at me, but they can't do nothing to me.
Let's get ready to rumble!
What up, what up, what up? Serial Assassin here. Bringing you another gameplay today. This gameplay, I'm playing with Remembrance and Oon and Inspired to Knife. Started out using the USAS, figuring shotguns are good on the mission map, but it ended up not working out for me, so I ended up switching to the P90. So that's the gameplay in the background, and what I got. Oh, I just want to send out a special thanks to both Remembrance, Inspired to Knife, and Oon for letting me play with those guys, and it was a good time. You know, I got to play like 3 or 4 games, but it was good. It was fun times with them. So, and they were trying to spawn trap here in the beginning, and I rushed into A, and Remembrance or Inspired Knife, I forget who it was, actually yelled at me, and you're going to hear Oon right about now.
Uh-oh, Serial Assassin's getting in trouble!
So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny, but whatever. So, story time. Surviving Stupidity. Wow. One time, this is kind of a changing point in my life. My friends were juvenile delinquents, and since I hung out with them, I was a juvenile delinquent by proxy. So, the one time we cut school, and I guess I was a senior, and we were going to go up to the local mall, and on the way up to the mall, we decided to stop by one of our friends' house so we can pick something up that I left there. And we drove by his house, and I sent my buddy Mike up to the house to knock on the door and ask his mom to get this thing back. And he walked up, knocked on the front door, no answer. And walked around to the side door and stood there for a while knocking, no answer. And then he disappears around the back of the house. So after about a minute or so, I sent one of the other guys in the car. I was like, yo, dude, he's doing something stupid. Go get him the hell out of there. I'm not trying to get in trouble today. So this other guy, Brian, walks around back, and he disappears. So after a couple more minutes, the other kid in the back seat, he hops up and goes, I'll go get him. And he runs in, and he disappears. So at this point, I'm sitting outside for like, almost 10 minutes now, waiting for these knuckleheads. I don't even know what they're doing. I mean, I had a pretty damn good idea, but so I finally turn off my car, and I get out, and I walk up, and I go around back, and I look at the storm doors. They're open, and the basement door is actually just kicked in off its hinges. So I hop down, I come upstairs, and I look at them. I'm like, what are you guys doing? And Mike, being the comedian that he is, and he goes, ooh, we're shopping. And he has all this shit in his hands, and I was like, dude, I'm fucking leaving. I'm gone. I'm not being a part of this. So I, walk back outside, and I come out and, hear these 3 freaking grinning fools come out after me, and they're carrying all this shit, and, they tell me to pop the trunk. I pop the trunk, they put all the stuff in the back, and, we pull off and we leave. We go to the mall, do our thing, blah, blah, blah. So, bottom line is this kid that we went to visit, he was actually a friend of ours. Not a close friend, but, a friend just, well enough. So, needless to say, like me, Mike, and Brian, nobody was going to get anything out of us. But the other kid that was with us was more of a friend of Mike's than a friend of mine. And he was actually a little bit better friends with the kid Bob that we went to visit. And after a day or two, he actually ended up telling Bob what happened. So, needless to say, Bob told his parents called the police, and as I said before, I used to deliver pizzas, so, the one night I'm working, driving around, delivering food, having a gay old time, and I get back to work, and there's 2 state patrol cars sitting in the parking lot, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm done. So I walk in, and the officer asked me my name. I said, yeah, that's me. And he goes, you know, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say, blah, blah, blah. So, and he sits there and cuffs me against the counter in work in front of the, you know, my boss, the owner, everything. You know, and they take all the money out of my pockets. They lay it on the counter. They count it all up. You know, they give me my tips and everything back. And I'm carted off. So I spent actually a couple weeks in Lima, which is a juvenile facility up in Delaware County. And yeah, I was there for 2 weeks. It wasn't as bad as I expected, but the fact is I didn't like being locked up. So I just played a bunch of spades, you know, basketball, and actually had to go to school. Yeah, so I got out 2 weeks later, and after that, like, I just stopped hanging out with those guys, and that was pretty much it. So I guess the moral of this story is, if you haven't figured it out by now, if your friends are doing stupid shit, and even if you don't do anything, you're just as guilty as they are. So, you know, you either walk away and, you know, just stay away from the trouble altogether, or, you know, you're just as guilty as them. So, you know, choose your friends well. And, you know, these guys were really good friends of mine, hung out a lot. You know, yeah, we weren't the best kids in the world, but at the same time, you know, we didn't do this stupid shit all the time. But, push come to shove, you know, because those kids were being stupid, and especially Mike, I ended up getting a felony on my record. You know, long story short, 6 years later, I got it expunged, and everything worked out fine. I was on probation for 5 years, but my probation officer, after 3 months, switched offices or something, and my new probation officer never once contacted me. So I was only basically on probation for 3 months. So I sort of lucked out there, but at the same time, like, I shouldn't have been in that situation to begin with. So that's my story. Pick your friends well, and if they decide to do some dumb shit, make sure you walk the fuck away. That's the moral of the story. So I hope you enjoyed the story, and I hope you enjoyed the gameplay in the background. Again, I want to give a shout out to my boy Oon and my boy Remembrance. I appreciate both of them, and also Inspired to Kill. This is the first time I ever played with him or even heard of his name, but it was a good time playing with them. They were all fun guys. So I look forward to doing it more, and playing more Xbox, and getting more involved with, you know, not only my subscribers but other YouTube directors, so, you know, we can collaborate and do all that good stuff. So if you're still listening to me, hopefully you like the video and you'll click that little like button. If you're new to my channel, click subscribe if you liked what you heard, and come on back. So thank you. Take care. Peace out.